essence of our lives shouldn't be just acquiring money or status. Like acquiring money or status shouldn't be the goal of our being. The
Mm.
goal should be to live your life so purposeful that if you'll die tomorrow, then you'd be happy.
All right. Good evening, everyone, leaders, managers, entrepreneurs who are tuned in. For tonight, we have a special guest. Miss Tony Aquino is joining us.
Yay!
There you go.
Hi, everyone. Thank you again, Sean, for inviting me on your show. It's always such an honor to speak with Mr. CEO at 22.
Oh,
Ayan.
the honor is mine. The honor is mine. Let's roulette. First question. How can I be financially stable? Wow.
Okay.
Broad first question.
Okay, so first we have to define what being financially stable means. So to me kasi, it isn't about being rich. Being financially stable doesn't mean you're rich. In fact, it isn't even a number at all. So it's more of a mindset, meaning to say you're financially stable if you're confident with your current financial situation. Meaning to say you don't have to stress about money and you get to focus your energy on other parts of your life. So that means number one, you're debt free. You have savings at the end of every month that you put towards future goals, or you just get to do the things that you like. You don't have to worry about paying your bills because you know you'll have the funds for that. So that what it means to be financially stable. How do you become financially stable? I would say the best place to start is to look for a job that pays you steady income. So even better if you find a job that you actually enjoy and at the same time can earn money from. And then, once you got that over, you instead of, thinking about where to invest your money first or thinking about investing your money in the stock market, then you should also look into investing yourself. And that would mean, taking up courses, attending classes, seminars where you get to build your own skill set. And you get to put more of your time, your energy, and your money to teach yourself with the skills that you need. So that to me is what financially stable is or what financially stability is. How about you, Sean? Baka iba yung definition mo.
Perfect definition, actually. Agree 100%. As to the how, you said it. I'll just add a little bit. So, if you're familiar with the 5 steps to personal finance management, get out of debt, na mention ni Tony, establish a positive cash flow, get insured
Mm-hmm.
to protect yourself and your family, invest in assets. If you're able to practice all of those things, then I consider that being financially stable. So,
Mm.
pag may nangyaring emergency, you can pay for it. You have your emergency fund. You don't have any debt, so it's not eating up on your finances. It's not that complicated. It's tough,
Mm-hmm.
but it's not that complicated. You have to have a lot of discipline.
Right. And following up, I have a question for you. So, when did you start saying that, okay, so I am financially stable now in your point of light? Let's make it more personal, I guess. Like, when
Um.
did you tell yourself that you are financially stable?
Oh man, it was a journey. Right? It's like I remember when I wanted to get married, and
Mm-hmm.
here in the Philippines, that means a boatload of money, right?
Mm-hmm.
Especially in the
Right,
Chinese
right,
community. So I'm
right.
Phil Chai. I'm more Pinoy than Chinese now because I speak better
Mm-hmm.
Tagalog than I speak Chinese. Actually, not that good in speaking Chinese. And being Phil Chai means you have to have like 300, 400, 500 guests in your wedding, which is a lot. For me, it was a 500 guest wedding. And so I would be tilted to becoming unstable again during that
Mm-hmm.
time. If you don't have those gaps in life where it's going to drain your money, like
Mm-hmm.
buying my first house, that was something that put me in debt. Was it a good debt? I'd say so. I'd say it was a good debt. And I loaned my house for 10 years from the bank. But I had the discipline to attack that debt and pay it
Mm-hmm.
off in 3 years. And by God's grace, tapos na siya ng 3 years. So again, it's not that complicated. It is difficult because you have to have a lot of discipline. There are times in my life where I become a lot less stable bigla because I make
Mm-hmm.
investments and I loan from the bank.
Uh-huh.
But meron ako ina-expect na steady stream of income. magfa-fluctuate siya kasi business eh. So,
Mhm.
business is not always good. Sometimes may season, business is good, sometimes not so good. But
Mhm.
still, you have that, you can expect something there and you can project, okay, kaya nag-loan ako 10 years just to be
Mhm.
safe. Pag may nangyaring hindi ko ina-expect, I have 10 years. The bank is not gonna
Mhm.
foreclose on me.
Mhm.
But my goal is really to attack it in 3 years and be done with it. So I hope that sheds light. I'm not sure if I answered the question, but I hope that
Yeah,
sheds light
you
on what.
did. You did. Like you mentioned, it was a long journey for you until you actually became financially stable and you had to make a lot of decisions along the way, like getting mortgage loans and then getting married, expecting what, 300 guests?
500.
300,000, 500 guests.
Yeah,
Okay, okay.
that wedding was expensive.
Grabe.
But
Okay.
it's for the parents eh, di ba? It's for your
Mm-mm.
parents. That's how you honor them. Ikaw ba,
True,
Tony?
true.
Since you asked me, we're comparing notes. I wanna do the honor and give you the question back. When did you consider yourself being financially stable?
Well, I would say when I first started taking on a lot of side hustles, I was not stable because sometimes I would get this amount of income monthly and then sometimes wala, like wala talaga. So I freelancers here could relate because we don't really know when are we gonna have that stable source of income. And even when I was earning on a good month, sometimes I would have nothing left to save. And I guess it would be because of my spending habits. So I did start seeing or telling myself that I am financially stable when I'm able to put off this certain amount of savings monthly. And I actually started investing. So that's when I realized,
Mm.
okay, I got the momentum and I think I am stable now because I expect a steady source of income coming in and I know how much to set aside monthly for savings. Then I got to do the things that I like, yung traveling, treating my parents out. Ayun yun. That to me is when I realized I was stable na financially.
That's good, no? The simple things. I remember asking Marvin Guerrero this question, and he says, "If I can buy the food I want to eat and buy coffee whenever I want to drink, then I'm happy." So
True, true.
that's
Tapos
to
sabi
each
niya,
his own.
if he wants to wake up, tapos if gusto niya kumain ng boiled egg, okay lang. And it doesn't mean he can't afford a better meal. It just means like he gets to have that freedom of having options. Oh my
Yeah,
God.
yeah.
Mm-mm.
But what an investor that guy.
Since you were talking about
Yeah.
contentment in general, so I actually asked my the Money Health Check community group a few days ago for questions,
Mm.
and it got about like 40 people asked, and there was one question from, I forgot her name, I'm so sorry, but she asked, how do you define enough?
This is the same. It's the same definition that I use for success for my
Oh,
life. It's
okay,
just
I'd
it's
love to
different.
hear that.
Yeah, for
Maybe if I
different
heard it
people.
already.
You have
Mm-mm.
you have last time. So for
Okay, okay,
some
I don't mind hearing
people,
it again.
success for other people means 1 billion pesos, $1 billion, 1 million sports cars and big houses or an island maybe. But for
Mm.
me, success is a state of not wanting anything. Contentment.
Mm.
You're happy.
State of not wanting anything more than what you
Yes.
have.
That for
Grabe.
me is the definition of success, and that for me is also the definition of enough. So if God takes me home at that state, I'm successful, I'm happy, and I've had enough. So yeah,
Mm.
I'm not gonna make it more complicated. That for me is the definition.
So that's how you define enough for yourself.
Yeah,
Okay, okay.
yeah. How about you?
Okay, because it's a deep question, right? I told myself before I entered college, sabi ko, alam mo, if nagkapera ako, if nagkakotse ako, if, I got a boyfriend that's so good to me, na sobrang pogi, or if I earn this much, di ba? Sabi ko, okay, if I get all of that, then I'll be happy. But then, guess what? I got that at 19 years old. I was traveling, I was earning, enough, I was financially stable, but that was the emptiest year of my life. Like I felt so unfulfilled. And it was because I thought na I did all these means And all I did was just for this very simple end. And that was when I started fearing death. Yung tipong if I, knock on wood, die tomorrow, I would be unhappy. So parang wala akong nagawa. So, that's when I realized that the essence of our lives shouldn't be just acquiring money or status. Like, acquiring money or status shouldn't be the goal of our being. The
Mm.
goal should be to live your life so purposeful that if you'll die tomorrow, then you'd be happy because you've done something substantial to other people's lives, you've
Mm.
educated enough people, and you're being purposeful in the work that you do. And in your case, Sean, like, you're in business, you're helping people, you're inspiring so many people, right?
I
And
hope
you knew
so.
that you are, and you've inspired me myself, kaya kita Lodi, okay? And then,
Ikaw
so
ang
like,
Lodi.
hindi naman. So, like, you just realize that you weren't doing all of that for the money or for the fame, for the fortune, all of that, but you're doing it because of purpose. So to me, that's what being enough is. So now I can finally say that if I were to pass tomorrow, I'd be happy. Because this for me is enough na, to be able to treat my family, to spend time with my friends, and to be able to make content for people. Oh, okay na. Okay na.
Yeah.
So that's my
So,
take to it.
thanks for sharing that journey.
Oh, hey, and since you're here, can you do me a favor? Can you hit on the subscribe button and hit the bell button and select all notifications so that whenever we have a new video, you're going to be the first one to know. Until then, keep leading.
So then what I eventually realized was there was no point in trying to find people who could do specific jobs. I needed to find people and then fit the jobs to them. So what I ended up doing is doing interviews for jobs that I advertised and then taking just the people that I thought, yeah, this is going to work out, we're going to get on. And then saying to them, what do you like doing? What don't you like doing?